Hi, I'm Sandra Niazi, and I'm here to welcome you to this edition of Rutherford County Magazine. First, we'll hear about some new ways to take classes here at Rutherford County Schools. Next, we'll visit the new P.A.W.S adoption trailer where you can adopt your next best friend. Also, we'll take a peek into the county's newest high school opening up this fall. And lastly, we'll discuss how the various Rutherford County agencies use social media to get information out to the public. So sit back and enjoy this edition of Rutherford County Magazine. Recently, the Rutherford County Schools began a new program for students to be able to take online classes.
Yeah, this is a pretty new program, and so what we've been doing is using the guidance counselors to talk to the kids about it at the school level. We've sent out some messages to parents. We put it on the website. The media has done some stories for us, things like that to help to get the word out. We had 77 kids sign up for the first time that we offered it, which we think is a success, and we expect more to come in maybe the second semester of the summer, and it just to kind of snowball from there.
This summer we've launched 19 semesters. That's 8 full credit courses and 3 half credit courses. Students can register for those courses, take them during the summer. They'll have to come to the lab a couple of times, but otherwise they can work at home. We have been in a program before that the state had for online, but it was discontinued, so we're excited to be starting our own program.
Colleges are doing it, high schools are doing it. Cookeville's had a very robust program like this for a few years, and you know, we're at the age where you can take a picture of your check with your cell phone and that's how you deposit it now. Everybody's just expecting things to be online, and so we want to be on the cutting edge and be there as well.
We have students who are wanting to get ahead, maybe to graduate early. We do have students who have failed a course and want to take it again. We'll have students who want to take some advanced credit courses in their upper level years, and so they want to kind of clear out the schedule to make that scheduling a little easier. So we see students taking these for lots of different reasons, some of them just for the novelty of online, but we've had good response so far.
Students are used to using devices and things now like iPhones and iPads and things like that, so we're trying to meet the kids where they are, and so we want to give them opportunities to meet their high school requirements outside of the traditional classroom, and we think that online classes is kind of the way to do that. Long term, there's a chance that we may be able to free up some space in our schools because we're going to offer this not just during summer but also during the school year. And so if we were able to get 10% of our seniors graduated early, for example, across 8 high schools, you're talking about nearly 400 students that we can maybe have already out of school before their senior year, and that's just opening up more and more classrooms and more resources for other students.
We see the trend in education going into something a little different from the traditional school setting, and I think this program, as we grow this program, will offer us lots of flexibility for our students, new ways for them to get credits, new ways for them to do some of their scheduling, so I think the possibilities are endless.
Okay, that was a great topic about how students can catch up or get ahead with online classes. Let's move on to our next topic, which features a new way to adopt someone special.
The idea came to fruition just because we were trying to increase our adoptions as well as take care of animals that are in the field as far as rescues, disasters, those type things. If we can't get people to come to the shelter, we want to bring the shelter to them through the adoptions. Also, as you know, we typically have a lot of tornado activity in Rutherford County, and this will be very helpful for those, as well as animal cruelty cases. We had a cruelty case last summer of approximately 30 cats during July with 100-degree weather, and it was fairly difficult to have those animals out in that heat. We were having to constantly transport them back and forth. With this new trailer, we'll be able to set this up in the field and do those cruelty cases right there. We're having water, heating and cooling, those type things. It's going to make it a lot better for those situations. When the trailer is being used as the mobile adoption unit, these 2 sides open up much like a concession stand trailer, and the animals can be viewed from the outside of the trailer. Through the plexiglass here. With the cage, we have 12 cages. Each cage can be divided. If you have a smaller animal, larger animal, of course, you're going to need the larger cage. What this enables us to do is the public to be able to look at the animals from the outside without having to worry about the animals getting loose or those type things. If an adopter wants to go further and wants to visit more with the animal, they're able to step onto the trailer where it's in a more closed environment to view that animal. You can see here that we're able to set up our laptop computer, our printer. We also have heating and cooling on here, so we're able to use this during the dead of the winter, the heat of the summer. And we also have a water holding tank to where we can have people where they can wash their hands after they're viewing animals, and also be able to provide fresh water for the animals that we have. As I said, that we have 12 cages. Each cage is equipped with a rubber mat for the animal to lay on, and also each cage is sloped and drains into a wastewater holding tank at the back for easy cleaning. And that way we can just drain that out when we get done doing the adoption. We built in storage units on the bottom. As you can see, we have 4 doors that are for storage. Those are equipped right now with cat carriers that have been collapsed, food and water, litter, towels, cleaners, so that if we do have to go out for a disaster, we have those things already on board, so we're able to walk right out, hook to the trailer, and go straight to where that disaster is to be able to assist those animals and those citizens. The entire cost was funded through our shelter donation line. Thankfully, the County Commission has set up a line item just for donations to the shelter to go back to P.A.W.S versus going to the County General Fund. That's enabled us to work on our vet area, buy equipment back there, and it's also enabled us to buy this as well. The cost was a little over $30,000 for the trailer and the equipment, and again, completely funded by shelter donations. We can do an adoption on the trailer just as though you were standing in our front lobby. So we're tickled over that. It's just a fully self-contained unit. We're particularly excited, like I said, as far as the rescues, disasters, those type things. We don't hope to never have to use it for those, but it is available if need be.
Okay, that was a good look at P.A.W.S new adoption trailer. Now let's take a look at one of the county's newest and largest high schools, Stewarts Creek.
Well, when it comes to the school, we're very excited, and Rutherford County should be excited too. It's the largest school in the county as far as the square footage. It's 350,000 approximately, probably a little bit over. And to give you an idea, if you take Siegel High School, the last high school that was built, they are around 300,000 square feet. So 50,000 square feet more here at Stewarts Creek High School.
And the main thing about this school is that we sat down. It's very similar to Siegel, but we sat down with a bunch of teachers and the administration from Siegel, just a huge peer group of people to go through and analyze Siegel and see what we could find that we needed to change. We have increased the square footage in the technical education or career education wing. Doors that needed to be changed, places where doors didn't need to be, places where doors needed to be. We've relocated the computer rooms and just a bunch of different things like that would be more conducive to the education compared to what it's like at Siegel. Although it's a very nice school, there were some changes that we needed to make. One of the biggest things about this school has to do with instruction. During our accreditation review last time, they felt like we needed to work on our technology a little bit and our career technical ed. So we increased, I believe this school will have one of the best technical ed programs in the state. And then we have relocated some computer rooms, upgraded technology. We have short throw screens or overhead projectors now with a little bit glare-free boards and those types of things that we have helped in technology. Now, we're getting to the point where the state's going to require us to do all of our testing through computers. So we're trying to get to that point on the technology end of it.
What we're excited about is we're set up to be very hands-on. For example, if it's computer classes, then the students have a student-run shop where the public can pull up to drop off a computer. If it's criminal justice, there's an actual courtroom down to the wooden state seal that's there. So they actually will be in a courtroom. If it's cosmetology, to be honest, it's like walking into any shop at the Avenues or any other place. It is live, it's hands-on, it's happening. From the agriculture to the small animals, the greenhouse that's there, everything as you're doing, it's hands-on. We're excited about our radio and TV. And we're also excited, the first in the county, with our audio section that's there. We have someone that was at MTSU that will be teaching that, as well as someone with our radio and TV. That duo will work together. But the recording industry is big, not only in this area, obviously, but even at MTSU. If you look at the numbers going into their recording industry, we're excited to be able to offer that as a first. We've got health science as another example. Again, it's an actual hospital bed. It's set up like a nurse's station in an ER situation. Dentistry is something we're offering that no one offers in Rutherford County that we're excited about. And from virtual enterprises to even to our cafeteria, if you walk in and see the results of 4 student shops that they will run, and our students will be able to use those shops, from a bank to a coffee area to a graphic art designs where they can produce posters and other things, in a bookstore. It just goes on and on. It's hands-on, it's real-world experience, from finance to marketing to audio, and as I mentioned, and even automotive. In automotive, even down to the paint is something that's very unique too, besides the automotive itself. What I'm excited about is we have excellent hires in every position that are certified, trained, and excited about getting students ready for real-world responsibilities and jobs.
Well, from an engineering standpoint, we're always looking for new things to do. But we've been so successful in our other schools and throughout over the last 8 or 10 schools that we've built in reducing cost in many different areas, that we have just moved all of those ideas into here, and it's some of the ideas that I discussed earlier.
We're very fortunate in the wisdom of ultimately from the school board members, that goes to commissioners, to our leadership, from Mr. Odom, Gary Clardy, of course, and others, from the standpoint of their vision of what this could be. I really refer to it as a CTE magnet school. It just doesn't have the name. And that's how it's set up, and that's the accommodations, and that's how we'll run it. That's our mentality. We expect it not only to be, from the inception of a showcase, but when it's running, it'll be a place that people will travel to see what's happening and how they can replicate that in their areas, we're sure.
Wow, what a great new school. Now let's take a look and see how Rutherford County government gets information out to the public using social media.
When it comes to getting information out to our citizens, Rutherford County government uses several great tools that I think are really inexpensive and effective ways for us to communicate. Facebook is our primary social media outlet, and YouTube is the source for on-demand videos that are produced by RCTV.
The Rutherford County YouTube site started in 2009. Since 2009, we've gained many subscribers over the years. Subscribers will get instant notification once any of our videos are posted to YouTube. And not only do we play commission and committee meetings, planning commission meetings, we also play special programming that we've produced over the years, such as our Rutherford County magazine.
The county's main webpage is www.rutherfordcountytn.gov, where you can reach helpful information pertaining to all of the various departments, view public notices, and learn more about your government. Additionally, we have an active Facebook site where we recently started posting the Pet of the Week to help P.A.W.S with the adoption of animals from their shelter. We have several photo galleries, including one which contains all of the monuments on the square, along with the complete text written on each of the monuments. We recently added photos of the 1997 courthouse renovation project. We have had really positive responses from the public on both mediums, and we continue to gain new subscribers as more and more people learn about what we're doing. Our hope is that these methods help citizens understand what's going on, because that improves the quality of the feedback that our leaders use during budgetary, land use, and other planning processes.
Well, we're real big into having layers of communication. So you have your traditional media, you have press releases, you have websites, but the great thing about social media is that it goes to where people already are. So people are already on Facebook or Twitter, whatever. They don't have to go to a website and actively seek out information. If we have a presence in social media, our information shows up in their feeds, whatever it would be, Facebook, Twitter, whatever. When we have a press release we want to send out about online classes or anything like that, we can put it on our website, send it out to the media, put it in the parent newsletter, and put it on Twitter. So it's just another avenue. It's not meant to replace what we're already doing, but just add a different mechanism for getting the same information out.
Well, our office is always looking for ways to better educate the citizens. And probably middle to late 2009, we had heard about Facebook and law enforcement. I guess it was out west. And we started to look at the viability of using that here at our office. And June the 4th, 2010, our Facebook page went live. But Facebook, the way you can get automatic updates, it's so easy, it's so quick, and we can address a lot more issues quicker by using Facebook.
We use it to inform our citizens about crime that's going on in their communities with the crime map. We use it for breaking news. If something is happening in their community, we want them to know what the information is, what we can give out, and we try to let our citizens know as much as they can.
We do get a lot of feedback as far as areas where there may be traffic issues, high crime areas, or sometimes if one of our officers isn't doing the right thing and they're seen in the public, sometimes that'll show up on there. So we do get a lot of feedback, and we try to answer it as fast as we can, but we have so many hats that we wear in here, sometimes it takes a few days to get those types of comments addressed.
Currently right now I'm using an application called Nixle to push information simultaneously to Facebook and Twitter at the same time. So when I go into the Nixle government webpage, which is a secure, safe site, I can put all the data into this specific area and then push it on social media platforms through Facebook and Twitter simultaneously. And what that will do is create a URL for web users to be able to touch and go back to the Nixle website to read the entire body of the message. So say if we're sending a message over Twitter, which you know is limited to 120 characters, it will embed that URL at the end of the message so the users at Twitter can touch that URL and it'll take them into Nixle, and they could read 5 pages of text if that's the case, if the message is that large. So it allows us to push typically more information than you would normally get on Twitter. So we're real excited about using that. So all the general public needs to do is to be able to follow us on Twitter or like us on Facebook and have the availability to get that type of information.
Well, that wraps up this edition of Rutherford County Magazine. I'd like to thank everyone who was a part of this edition, as well as you, the viewer, for tuning in. If you'd like to know more about Rutherford County government, log on to www.rutherfordcountytn.gov. Again, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time right here at Rutherford County Magazine.